Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Julie and I mostly make content surrounding makeup, music, as well as mental health. This week I wanted to delve into some lighter mental health topics that aren't too triggering, so we're going to go over how to find a therapist. The reason I'm not filming this on my camera and I got my webcam set up and Google on the side is because I am going to specifically show you how you can search for a therapist. I am sure there are more resources out there than what I know. I'm giving you suggestions for what has been helpful to me. So, first, we have TherapyMatcher. So let's Google it. TherapyMatcher. Wonderful. So, TherapyMatcher connects you with social workers. It's not going to connect you with LMHCs, licensed mental health counselors, only social workers who are in the National Association of Social Workers. So then they have their website. You want to scroll down to this one. It's therapymatcher.wordpress.com. You click on it and then they have a contact us button. Click that. If you scroll down, they have 2 phone numbers you can call. The way this works is you're going to call the phone numbers and leave a voicemail. You're going to tell them what insurance you have, your email and phone number, how you prefer to be contacted, whether that be by email or phone number. And if you prefer, you can just shoot an email to info@therapymatcher.org as listed here, and they will hopefully spit some names back to you that you can contact and see if that person is the right fit for you. Another option they have, you can scroll down, you put your name. If you're reaching out for someone else, you specify, you put your email and phone, how you prefer to be contacted. How did you hear about them? Oh, through me, through this weird YouTuber. So that's what you put. Location. So this part, even though this is important right now, a lot of therapists are doing teletherapy, which they should, and you can put anywhere in my state that the clinician's doing teletherapy, because most clinicians are licensed by state typically, so you want to look for a clinician that's licensed in your state. You put your age, your gender identity, and no, there's not a little scroll box that says female or male. You can write whatever gender identity you have, which is great and inclusive, so thank you. You put a brief description of your presenting issues. So my suggestion here would be what currently is going on with you and summarizing that. If you've been to therapy before and you have mental health conditions and have been officially diagnosed, I would put those here so they can match with someone who's qualified to treat those conditions and work with you. If you're new to therapy, you might say, I don't know what I need, but I had these stressors and I'm struggling with these symptoms. Whatever you can elaborate on. And if you need help with this piece, please feel free to contact me and I can help break it down for you so that you can get the most beneficial option, most likely, because I've done this so many times that I have a good idea of what to say. Then you put insurance. You need to be specific, so make sure you let them know. Is it an HMO? Is it a PPO? Do you have Blue Cross? Do you have Tufts? What do you got? Do you have Mass Health if you live in Massachusetts? I am honestly not entirely sure if this is just in my state, Massachusetts. I think it is nationwide. Correct me if I am wrong. But again, I think this is only nationwide. I don't think this is in other countries. So I will say this video is going to be focused on resources I have found, and from what I know, they're all specific to the US. So if you're watching this and you're somewhere else, I apologize, but I would love to make a video researching what options you have as well to help you. Therapist preferences, so you can put, I want a therapist who's non-binary. I want a therapist who is bisexual or gay, lesbian, whatever it may be. I like to put age range, even though they can't specify that. I'm a little too specific and scare their pants off, but that's me, Miss Intense. What are your scheduling needs? So you can let them know that as well. Hopefully they can match you with someone who can meet that. And if you have anything else to say, go for it and then submit it and they'll get back to you promptly, because I talked to them today. I sent this and a couple hours later I had an email. It came back and said they had nothing for me. However, they gave me 3 links to other resources that you can use to find a therapist besides them. I like that they're very specific, because this next resource I'm going to show you is just harder to go through. They're straight and to the point. They give you like 3 names and you go from there and then you contact them again if that doesn't work out. On to the next one, friends. This is psychologytoday.com. Now, this is what I love, because I went on here today to find a new therapist. There used to just be a therapist, psychiatrist, treatment center, etc. sections, but now there's a teletherapy section because that's all most of us can do right now. And through this crisis, we have found a good thing that, oh my God, therapists can make a big difference doing teletherapy. No way, as if I haven't been doing that this whole time. And it's so much more convenient because, as I said previously, it opens you up to everyone in your state who's licensed as opposed to people in a 5 to 10 mile radius because you're commuting to therapy. They're both going to be similar, but I'm going to go the teletherapy route just to show you. So I already have that selected. You put your city name or zip code. I am not going to let you know where I live. I'm just going to put Massachusetts and see what happens. So you get a list of peeps here. Now, you got to figure out, how do I use these filters and narrow it down? So they have them listed right here. Price. You click price. I probably wouldn't use this one too much because who can afford therapy self-pay? I mean, if you can, great, but I would recommend going through your insurance first. So I like to go to issues. So you have all the issues here. So whatever your diagnoses are or what you may suspect is going on, you can check those off and it will narrow down what providers are experienced in treating those. And then insurance. So there's tons and tons of insurances here. So you click what insurance you have. And then we have other. So just like on TherapyMatcher, we have sexuality. You can choose sexuality. Yay, this didn't used to be here. Yay, non-binary. Yay, inclusivity. Thank you. So good for LGBTQ plus individuals who really would connect and be most comfortable working with a clinician who is also LGBTQ plus. Makes sense. Also, ethnicity served. There are some therapists who speak other languages or are a different ethnicity themselves. So that might be a good option for you if that's something that's important. Say you're a certain ethnicity and you'd feel comfortable seeing someone who has a similar ethnic and cultural background. That makes so much sense to me. I'm glad the option is here. So here's the languages piece, right? And then we have faith, because there's a lot of Christian counselors out there. So if you have a certain religion and that's important to you, because spirituality and religion are an important piece of counseling, if it's part of your personal beliefs, you can click that as well. Then you have age. So I'm guessing if you're watching this, you're an adult. Most of my viewers are in an adult age range. So you would click adults to make sure you could see one. They have an option for telepsychiatrists. I'm specifically focusing on therapists here, although it's going to be similar to search. So let's just click on our first little person here. Okay, so this is what it gives you. It gives you the name of the person. It gives you that they're a counselor and what they are. So she's an LMHC. That's a licensed mental health counselor. That's what I'm in school for, pursuing my license. As you can see here, it says that she offers video and phone sessions, and they even have this little option now that everyone's doing sessions through video chat because we got to stay safe. They all have a little bio they write. I suggest really reading their bio and seeing, does this resonate with you? Is this someone who seems like a good match? And then they also have their specialties listed, which I love that they work with transgender individuals because that can be hard to find as well and super important. It does say they specialize in trauma and PTSD as well as depression, although they do treat other issues. It's great they treat dissociative disorders. And they have all these sexualities listed as well. So they work with a variety of populations, all different communities out there, which is great. Oh, look, the sex worker allied. Yes, we love this. This is wonderful. This is the part that tricks me up though. And so I remember in my internship, we coordinated with McLean a lot, and they are very clinical in nature. And they talked about how some therapists on this site just check off everything. And then you talk to them, you're like, hey, I came here for DBT. And they're like, oh, I don't do it. And you're like, what? Why is it in your bio? I don't understand. So it's really important to interview the therapist and say, hey, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. And even if it's here, don't just assume they do all these things, because also what McLean mentioned is that some of these things, listing too many things, they actually go against each other because they're clinically different in nature and it doesn't make sense to do all of them. But anyway, that can be very confusing. Also, it looks like this person does individual as well as family therapy. So if that's of interest to you, that sounds great. They do have a phone number. If you're someone who loves to chat on the phone, go for it and leave a voicemail. I do not. It sounds terrifying. Yet I do better with video chat and making my videos. So you click this little email me button, which is very convenient. You put your name, your email, your phone, you put a subject and a message. It tells you that you only can type 200 words or less, and you can ask a question. You can say you want an appointment or a consultation. What I do here is similar to how I'd fill out TherapyMatcher. I would tell them my diagnoses, my preference, and what kind of therapist I want to see, whether it's how old, what gender, what treatment option I am looking for. I try to be as detailed as I can without going on and on. I don't suggest just saying this person's perfect and emailing one person. I went hard in the paint today and I probably emailed like 10 or 15 people. But right now, there's a lot of therapists that are accepting clients but on a wait list. I had someone get back to me promptly and they said, oh, I'm not taking anyone till the end of June. I'm like, every day I'm suffering. So I cannot wait to do that. And I'm sure if you are struggling, you cannot either. Those are the resources, and it's really hard to find the right therapist. So I just want to encourage you that say you saw the first one on the list and it just didn't go well. See the next one, try the next one, and don't give up on this field because some of us are good. I want to be a good therapist. I hope I will be. You're not going to mesh with everyone you see, and you're going to figure out what you need along the way, and that's okay. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you found it helpful. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel as well. Leave a comment down below letting me know about your experience looking for a therapist. And also, if you need my help narrowing things down, hit me up. I'm happy to help you. If you'd like to follow me on my social medias, my Instagram and Twitter will be down here. My Instagram is Julie_counseling. My Twitter is Julie Counseling with no underscore. And my Facebook page will be linked down below as well. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.